Madam Clerk, could you let us know when we're streaming, please?
Mayor Scarpitti, we're now streaming.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. We're going to bring this special council meeting to order. And we do begin today by acknowledging the traditional territories of Indigenous peoples and their commitment to the stewardship of the land. We acknowledge the communities encircled, the north, west, south, and eastern directions, and Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, Seneca, Chippewa, and the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit Peoples. We share the responsibility with the caretakers of this land to ensure that the dish is never empty and to restore relationships that are based on peace, friendship, and trust. And we here at the City of Markham are committed to reconciliation, partnership, and enhanced understanding. Good morning to everyone, and I would like to welcome members of the community, our staff, council, and the media who are attending today's special council meeting here in person or watching our live stream. Members of council, I'm very proud to present Budget 2024, and I call upon Treasurer Joseph Silva to accept the 2024 budget book for distribution. This budget keeps affordability in mind while continuing to invest in our award-winning services. This budget supports A Strong Markham. A Strong Markham is best served by a strong council, a committed group of people who are driven by the desire to see this city continue to flourish and be recognized as the forward-thinking community it has become and will continue to be. That has only happened and will only ever happen due to the commitment of our council who share the goal of always striving to improve our community. I want to thank my council colleagues for providing input into the development of Budget 2024. Our residents expect us to provide excellent value for their tax dollars, as they should. They also expect us to continue to find ways to provide efficient government while never compromising the high standard of services we enjoy. I believe we've accomplished that. And we'll continue on our track record of strong fiscal leadership while making sound investments to a more prosperous, healthy, and inclusive community. A strong Markham. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to all of the individuals, community partners, businesses, and government partners who support our efforts in so many ways. Through strong leadership and these combined efforts, Markham continues to be recognized for its accomplishments with a number of awards. Markham attained the 2023 Government Finance Officers Association Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for the 24th consecutive year. Markham is consistently ranked the top municipality in Ontario by C.D. Howe Institute for Budget Transparency. Markham has the lowest property tax rate in Southern Ontario, published by Zoocasa. Markham is the top employer in Ontario for 2024, according to Forbes' list of Canada's best employers. And no surprise to me, Markham is the politest city in Canada, a credit to our warm and friendly residents. None of this would have been possible without the strength of a shared vision. In the last year, we opened new signature parks and trails, built and commenced new infrastructure projects, protected communities from flooding, launched a new recreation and culture registration and facility booking system, furthered our sustainability efforts, supported the building of new homes, and embarked on a strategic plan update. This is just a handful of many accomplishments from 2023, and it was largely because of the commitment and dedication of our strong team at the City of Markham. These advancements, all of them, were done because they are important to our community. They are things that are vital for strong communities. To the numbers, these low numbers are our tax increases, and they are no accident. They are part of a committed effort by successive Markham councils and dedicated staff to drive efficiencies, innovate, and keep Markham affordable for residents and businesses. It's also no accident that Markham has the lowest average tax rate increase in the GTA for 19 years. Something else we should also be very proud of. For the past 15 years, our increases have been below 3.5%, including 4 years of 0%. When I became mayor in 2006, I began to challenge the business as usual thinking. I knew we could do better. I wanted to focus on delivering value for your hard-earned tax dollars. This is something I've personally dedicated myself to, and I have never, ever taken a back seat in the budget process. Immediately after taking office, I initiated the Make It Happen Task Force, aimed at improving the process for housing approvals. And a second major initiative was Building Markham's Future Together strategy, vital to setting a clear vision for moving our community forward. As a city, we don't operate with profit margins. We lead with a strong entrepreneurial spirit, a spirit that permeates throughout the whole organization. And I have to thank Andy Taylor, our CAO, and our senior management team for their leadership in developing such a strong enterprise. Budget 2024 is a responsible budget. Budget 24 invests in services. Budget 24 supports seniors with affordability challenges. Budget 24 builds green and resilient communities. Budget 24 repairs and builds new infrastructure. Budget 24 provides relief for a community grappling with higher costs of living. We're addressing these concerns because they exist in our community. And a strong budget doesn't shy away from any of those challenges. Budget 24 deals with them. This city is committed to minimizing the impact of household budgets. We want to strike the right balance between investing in important services while keeping taxes low. Residents and businesses need our support as many grapple with higher household debt, higher interest rates, and higher inflation. It's important to note that over the next 3 years, more than 90% of Canadians will be refinancing their mortgage at higher rates. Canadian household debt is among the highest in the G7 countries, and we are mindful of what that means. The rate increase for 2024 will be 2.99%, well below the rate of inflation. Included in that number is 2.29% for day-to-day operations and a 0.7% for infrastructure investment. For the average home in Markham, this represents an increase of just under $40 on the city portion of your tax bill. Now, the city's 2024 budget is a $590.5 million. $281.4 million of that is the total to support our city's day-to-day services for residents and businesses. Markham's capital budget is $118 million, and that includes investments in those parks I mentioned earlier. It also includes the continuation of the flood control program and infrastructure renewal to maintain the assets we have and to keep them in a state of good repair. The remainder of the budget, $190.8 million, consists of two main areas: Waterworks, which is funded from the water rate, and several other departments that include building services, planning and urban design, engineering, are funded through direct fees and development charges. There are three overarching considerations facing us in budget 2024: personnel, growth, and business continuity. On personnel, we have cost of living adjustments, just like you do and businesses do, and the outcome of collective bargaining. On growth, there are increased operating costs for new roads and parks and waste collection for new residents. In business continuity, the budget includes contract increases for winter maintenance and waste collection contracts. An additional infrastructure investment of over $1.2 million. The city's proposed tax rate represents a combination of strong fiscal responsibility and strategic planning to move Markham forward. Starting with revenue. The 2024 budget revenue of $276.14 million represents an increase of $8.38 million over last year. This increase is driven by property tax assessment, growth in investment income, and user fees for recreation and culture programs that we cherish. Moving on to expenses. Our expenses total $279.39 million, an increase of $11.63 million over the prior year's budget. Our expenses are substantially offset by our revenue. And when you combine the operating expenses, the payback to the city's corporate stabilization fund, and the additional infrastructure investment, we arrive at a 2.99% property tax increase for 2024. If you wonder where your property taxes go, here's the breakdown. 52% goes to York Region, 24% goes to the Board of Education of your choice, and 24% is the City of Markham's portion. We are proud of our fiscal management. One of our many initiatives is the Excellence Through Efficiency and Effectiveness program, eliminating a $35 million tax burden. That is not insignificant. And with the program, Markham taxpayers collectively are paying $35 million less. A year ago, in my inaugural speech, I committed to consider a seniors tax relief program for low-income seniors. I recognize the affordability challenges seniors are facing. New in Budget 2024, Markham is introducing a program to help seniors. The Low-Income Seniors Property Tax Assistance Program helps them pay their tax arrears interest-free. Once arrears are cleared, we will defer property tax increases, effectively freezing their property taxes until the property is sold. We are making some important infrastructure investments, representing 271 projects totaling $118.3 million. Projects that speak to strengthening our community. Budget 2024 contains several key capital projects that address community priorities right across the city. Markham will continue to build infrastructure that supports complete, safe, and connected communities. $33.6 million for road widening and road construction, including Elgin Mills from Woodbine to Warden. $3 million that has been dedicated to the expansion of the Markham Center and Rouge Valley Trails. $1 million for the design of Main Street Markham reconstruction and sanitary sewer upgrades. Approximately 60% of the 2024 capital budget is being allocated to ensure existing assets remain in a state of good repair and support our goal of net zero emissions by 2050. Markham recognizes as we grow, we have an obligation to maintain and improve what we already have. And I'm proud to say we're doing this. $8.2 million for the Don Mills Stormwater Pond as part of the city's flood control program. $2.5 million for the Mount Joy soccer facility. It includes replacing the artificial turf, relocating the dome, which will create more capacity for soccer in our community. In addition, we're refurbishing basketball, tennis, and pickleball courts in various locations. It's a popular sport. The city continues to transform service delivery and embrace new technology. One of the celebrated touch points of our city, Markham Center, will be a showcase for a range of mobility solutions thanks to a $2.5 million grant from the Ontario Vehicle Innovation Network Demonstration Zone. We are improving customer service to ensure that the people of Markham get what they need when they need it. And we're doing this through upgrades to our city website and also investing in a new customer relationship management system. The city of Markham is committed to ensure that everyone feels welcome and at home here in Markham. We're making our community even more inclusive with a $2.8 million investment to improve accessibility in parks and playgrounds. This year, we will also see a refresh of our accessibility plan. We will continue to combat anti-Black racism and Islamophobia while advancing our diversity action plan and continue our strong commitment to truth and reconciliation. Markham is honored to be hosting the 50th anniversary of the Little Native Hockey League tournament in just a few weeks during the March break. The tournament will welcome more than 4,000 Indigenous athletes and their families from across the province to our community. And I know that we will extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of them. For as much as we do our part, and as strong as the budget is, there's still some uncertainties for all municipalities across Ontario. Markham is no different. Bill 23, the More Homes Build Faster Act, has potential significant financial implications for the city of Markham. The anticipated impact could require an 80% tax increase. Last year, the province, and I was very happy to hear this news, announced that it's reviewing aspects of Bill 23. And I can assure you that I, as mayor, and the city of Markham, we have been at the forefront of those discussions with the province. And our hope is that these discussions will result in restoring funding for growth-related infrastructure. Once we have a final decision from the province, Markham will confirm our next steps. In summarizing, the 2024 tax rate increase is 2.99%. The water rate and wastewater fee will be increased by 3.5%. As I indicated earlier, this budget maintains our track record of strong fiscal management. There are always challenges, but it's worth saying Markham has the lowest 19-year average tax increase in the GTA. Today, we begin a process to table, review, and confirm the city's budget. The electronic copy of the presentation and the budget document will be accessible to the public through the Markham website. I encourage you to take the time to review the budget and supporting details. There will also be a public meeting on Budget 24 that is scheduled for February 15th right here in this council chamber. That will be followed by a special council meeting scheduled for February 28th for potential amendments to Budget 2024. This is our city. This is our future. Just last year, our community survey told us that 90% of residents are satisfied with their quality of life here in Markham. Close to 80% believe that they get good value from the city for their tax dollar. Now, while we're encouraged by that response, we are always looking for improvements. Continuous improvement and innovation are part of Markham's DNA. Together, we are building a strong Markham. We have seen a lot of numbers today, as there always is with budgets, but it's important to see beyond the numbers. A great city can only be great because of its people, the people who live and work here. When we accomplish things as a community, those accomplishments are made more meaningful because we did it together. We are busy in our day-to-day lives, and the city of Markham is a very busy place. But there are moments, fleeting as they may be, but moments that resonate and remind me of the importance of our commitment to Markham. One of those moments happened last fall at our Children's Festival, where I met Mr. Kondazi. He and his wife moved to Markham in 2015. He indicated how he's lived in 6 different countries and about a dozen cities. Cities like London and Manchester, Dusseldorf, Washington, D.C., and Houston, to name a few. But at the top of the list of places he's lived is Markham. He shared his gratitude for how well organized and maintained our city is. He praised the enhancements of our infrastructure and all the foundations that we've laid for future growth. He spoke of our dedication to small and large projects and to making our city a vibrant and thriving place. In his words, Markham is absolutely, hands down, the best city I have lived in. His words mean something to me. They remind me of what we do and why we do it, why we're here, always working for a stronger Markham. Thank you very much. And with that, members of council, I'm going to ask for a confirmatory bylaw for today's meeting. It'll be moved by Councillor Keys, seconded by Councillor Colucci. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And a motion to adjourn by Deputy Mayor Chan and Regional Councillor Jones. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. This council is now adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for attending.